Happy Feel Good Friday, everybody. The world's a better place because you're here to join us. My name is Matt Brown. I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Feel Good Friday, the 21st of November, 2025. And it was a nice, easy, breezy, chaotic week. And let's talk about everything that was trending during this week across sports, news, entertainment, and culture. Before we do that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProdCobblePod, TikTok at Productive Conversations, and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, don't you forget to check out Magic Mind. The show has been brought to you by Magic Mind, the world's first productivity shop. And if you're like me, who has so much going on in the world from running this podcast, work, additional work, I should say, trying to see your friends, trying to see your family, trying to do good deeds, trying to be a good person, and if coffee isn't doing the trick, I say check out Magic Mind. Magic Mind, you take this green tea shot before the day begins, and through its signature ingredients like nootropics, adaptogens, and matcha, it creates the sensation to allow you to stay focused throughout the rest of your day. And you will have a less foggy brain. You'll be more focused on the task at hand, and your life will be 10 times better because you are more focused and in a better place. So go to magicmind.com/PCJune for 48% off your first subscription, 20% off your first one-time purchase. That's magicmind.com/PCJune for 48% off your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. Magic Mind, reclaim your brain. So let's talk about the week. It was a good week. It was a busy one, hectic as always. But I have my compadres to talk all about it, and Allison, Ryan, and Jose. The three of you, hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see everybody. Everybody had a good week. Tell me about it. What happened? What's going on?
Very little happened to me, but it was a pretty boring week, which makes sense. Holiday being, coming up, everyone's kind of winding down, getting ready for that. So, yeah.
Exciting. All right, cool. Well, I've had a good week myself. So let's take you into the weekend. Let's talk about what's going on in our world. And just to remind you, if you also want to check out our NBA coverage, the NBA Productive Conversations return this week. Me, Austin, Sane Wave, Fresh Faces, New Ideas, aka David Bach, talked all about that. A rise of the Pistons, the ascent of the Rockets, the Pacers are a lost cause, and 1-15, the worst team in the NBA after being in the finals. You only lose 2 players, and it's that bad. Interesting stuff. Make our finals picks, MVP, all of that, and it was a good one. So check that out. And then next week, short week, obviously with Thanksgiving coming up, but we'll have our productive conversation about week 13 of the college football season, a productive conversation about week 12 of the NFL season, and then a tweet cap on Tuesday talking about what's about to happen this weekend. And then during the Thanksgiving holiday, be off and be back on the Tuesday after that. And then the football games amongst that as well. So good stuff. So let's continue. Let's create good stuff right now. And let's talk about what's trending in our world. And one person who's become a star in himself, right? Cam Skattabo, the running back for the New York Giants, talked about him on both here on these tweet caps and obviously on our NFL show. Cam Skattabo had a broken ankle against the Philadelphia Eagles and busted his shoulder, hurt his fibula, and he's out for the rest of the season. Had a successful surgery and all of that. So Cam Skattabo has a bunch of free time, not only supporting his team, showing up on Sundays, but he's doing whatever until OTAs happen again in the summer. So Cam Skattabo has turned into quite the influencer. He's doing Twitch streams. He's making appearances. He was at the UFC, and he was at the UFC on the UFC this past weekend at Madison Square Garden. 2 days later, he was at Monday Night Raw which we even featured on this show and got a nice copyright strike there, but that was fixed. But we showed y'all what Cam Skattabo was doing, and they remind you, I'm safe with the screenshot here, confronting the boring day right here with Cam Skattabo, Abdul Carter in the back. We have Andrew Schultz here for some reason. We have this JD McDonough, and they had a bit of a pushing match. They were pushing each other, right? All is well, and that's what the boring day gets, aka the Judgment Day gets, for messing with the New York Giants
New York
squad.
Giant, yeah.
But that upset a lot of people. There are people on WFAN saying, "Oh, this is a bad look. Look at the optics. He shouldn't be doing this. He could get hurt." You see people online saying that. You see people on national shows. People having a problem with Cameron Skattabo participating in a wrestling segment, even though you all tell us that wrestling's fake. Now it's real all of a sudden. But I digress. That's for another day. But Cam Skattabo confronted those haters. And he said between this and the live streams, he had a tweet that reached 10 million people this week. And he says, quote, "Hey," literally starts with, "Hey, honestly, if you don't like that I'm having a good time while dealing with a tough time, then just go ahead and unfollow me. Just go ahead and unfollow and casually move on. I'm not able to play football and have the fun I've been having my whole life. So I'm doing things outside the box, trying to find stuff to keep me happy. Enjoy the rest of y'all's week. Just don't talk to me if you ain't got nothing nice to say," with the salute emoji. He also addressed this with the streamer Neon. And this is what he had to say here with the famous streamer.
Someone in the chat asked a good question. I saw your tweet about how people are criticizing you enjoying your life while being injured. What do you think about that?
I just think it's just childish that people are able to bring like negativity to someone's life when they're having a good time. And and I don't put that on anybody, but when people bring it to me, like they see me having a good time, obviously we went over what's going on. People know that.
Yeah.
We were very cautious of what the situation was, and obviously the WWE took great care of me. And I'm gonna keep living my life, bro.
My thing
whatever
is,
they want to think.
Do motherfuckers expect you to sit at home with your finger in your ass?
I think so.
Like what?
I just don't.
That's depressing.
They expect you to be miserable, you know?
That's crazy.
I agree. That is crazy. All you people getting mad at Cam Skattabo living his best life or shotgunning beers in boots, doing boots in rallies. Bro's fine. Bro's a passionate football player. He's in good hands. And you could worry about criticizing him next season. All of that. Leave my man Cameron Skattabo alone. It's been enough of a bad season for the Giants. They might be picking in the top 5 again, but hopefully with a better coach and a new GM, the future is bright, which I think it will be. But back to Cam. Leave Cameron alone, like he said. It is childish. He's 1,000% right. Whether it's him or any famous person or any person who's not famous living it up on social media, and you complain about, man, they shouldn't be doing this harmless thing. The FOMO's real.
I mean, we complain about people doing stuff online all the time, but I will say it's weird that if you're a Giants fan, you have any opinion about what Skattabo is doing right now. He can't play,
Right?
so what the hell do you care? I mean,
they couldn't touch his
seriously,
ankle there
if
the Judgment Day.
if I'm a Giants fan, the only running back in the world that I'm concerned about is Singletary. Why? Because she's your running back. You want him to do well. As long as he's healthy, that's what you need. The only quarterback I'm worried about, well, I guess what's his name's hurt too, right? But
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he's
even know
supposed to
who's.
be back this week against Detroit.
Okay, so Jackson Dart is the only quarterback I'm worried about. I don't want him getting into a fight with the Judgment Day. He's got to play a football game on Sunday. But Cam Skattabo is not coming back any sooner if he doesn't go to Raw. There's no part of his season is over. So who cares? Why spend any time thinking about a guy who can't play football? And again, this would be one thing if this was like a legend or not legend's the wrong word, but like someone who's well established on the
Like if it
team.
if it was Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right. And even if he was injured, it might be like, all right, dude, you represent the team. But like Scattaboos played how many games for the Giants?
What, 8?
Yeah. He's not the team. I mean, frankly, actually, he is the team, and that's really not great for the Giants right now. But my point is, it's not like this is like their team captain who's going out there and doing whatever, doing whatever. This is just some rookie who got hurt 8 games in. This is not serious. So yeah, I agree with him on that front. I don't know that I would go as far as to say that you shouldn't ever have an opinion about a celebrity because, well, these podcasts would be a lot shorter if we didn't have opinions about celebrities. But
Eh,
um, I do think it's weird that people have such a strong opinion about Scattaboo when he can't play. So he's really not relevant to the Giants for the rest of this year.
yeah, clearly a slow week of news too, a slow sports week, if anything, to get riled up about this.
Agreed.
It's loser behavior. Anyways, focus on something else. But Cam Skattabo fine. Giants aren't fine, and no one should care or even be concerned anymore. If you're watching Giants football like me now, you just like to watch the team because at 2-9, they're not going anywhere. They're at this moment, this picking second in the draft if it ended now.
Is New York 1-2 in the draft or no?
Tennessee, New York, New Orleans. It's Tennessee, New York, New York. They'd be jet to be third at the time, which is insane. Tennessee back-to-back first-round picks.
That's
I don't know if that's happened before. I
Hey,
don't
they'll be
think
able
it
to get
has.
what's his name? I mean, we could talk about it later in the college football shows, but there's a running back that they can maybe snatch that might actually help a little bit
You're
out in
saying the
Tennessee.
Giant? Oh, the
Out
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, which one are you
Jeremiah
talking about?
Love.
Oh yeah, from
It'd be
Ohio
it'd be
State.
insane for him to go first overall, but honestly, if a running back can do it, it would be him.
Yeah, they need a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't. Those are crazy fans. But I once did that clip with the hilarious guys who sit on the who sit in the front row of the Tennessee. I think I've done a
hmm
clip on them. Even they're pissed.
You guys could grab what's his name? That linebacker.
Rodriguez from Tennessee, Texas Tech.
Yeah. He might
Yeah,
be a good addition for you guys at the Giants, at number 2 or 3.
I think that would be a good move because it's either that or another solid tackle would be good.
Mhm.
The left one in particular. But why don't we move on? Hear this, right? Zohran Mamdani today, we know about him, and definitely our comment section does. After he was elected mayor a couple weeks ago in New York City, and bro's getting ready for his swearing in ceremony on January 1st.
Mhm.
But guess what, man? It was announced, and it was announced that he's going to go to the White House on Friday
Yeah.
today to meet with President Trump, where Trump, was very opposed to him getting elected. He wrote on Truth Social, the communist Zohran Mamdani requested a meeting in the White House, and they're going to do it. I am looking forward to that photo. And I really wonder what's gonna happen there. But yeah, they're set to meet today on Friday, Zohran Mamdani and President Trump. Um, Mamdani said specifically, I will meet with anyone. So as long as it could stand to benefit the economic agenda for New Yorkers. He also framed the meeting as an opportunity. This is an opportunity to make the case for New Yorkers, which honestly, I think you do want to
Yeah.
hear if for anybody's mayor to doing that. But that's definitely going to be a interesting meeting. And I can't wait to see that photo.
I mean, I hope it's more than a photo. I hope we got live cameras. That'd be fun. It could end up being like when he yelled at Zelensky for like 20 minutes.
Oh man.
I'm very, very curious to see what happens. In terms of, is it just like a photo and then a report afterward? That's probably what it will be. Or are they actually going to let cameras in while they have like a conversation or even just part of a conversation? And if so, it's like Van's going to be there, all that stuff. It's a lot of things that could really make that an interesting meeting, and more importantly, however it turns out, could become a very interesting, you know what I mean? Like if he walks in there and they try and bully him and he doesn't back down, that's only going to make him look better before he gets sworn in. However, if he's too nice and too agreeable and all that stuff, he's going to start by pissing off all the people who voted for him. So it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Right?
Yeah.
It is gonna be interesting to see what happens. I only hope it stays interesting, right?
It should. I can't imagine it won't be at least a little interesting, but could be a
And
lot
give
interesting.
the president credit too for actually taking this meeting. He
Yeah.
definitely has proven that he won't. If you don't want to waste his time, he won't do it. So there has to be something there, a little intrigue to actually do this meeting.
I do think he's interested in meeting this
There's a
guy.
hidden agenda to it.
I mean, you think for the president?
There's got to be something. He's not mature enough just to be like, oh, I'm actually going to give this person the time of day and like.
I think he's interested to see who this guy actually is.
I think
he
finds himself, and he doesn't really get that.
Not to be like too infantilizing the president. I think he thinks the name is interesting. He's heard the name a bunch. And then this guy reaches out and wants to have conversation. And I think he's just a tad bit interested to see what the quote unquote communist mayor is like. You know what I mean? Because at his heart, he can pretend all he wants that he's from Florida. He's not from Florida. Donald Trump is a New Yorker, and specifically New York City. He will always be New York City. The only reason he's not there anymore is because the city hates him passionately because he's, you know, who he is as president. And I don't think he wants to let go of being around New York City stuff. So if he had not been president, if he was just the guy hosting The Apprentice season 500, he would have absolutely wanted to meet Mamdani. And it's the same reason. He's like, we have a socialist communist mayor, whatever. That to him as a New Yorker, he's fascinated about that happening and he wants to meet him. Now, I don't believe it's any deeper than that. I don't believe Mamdani's going to get anything out of this. Donald Trump certainly doesn't care about New York City or their new mayor in terms of like actually caring about anybody, but I think he's just fascinated by like the prospect of it all.
Dude,
maybe you ever thought that Donald Trump wants to meet him to see who has a bigger dick?
Yeah, that's another possibility too.
Maybe he'll suck his too.
Maybe, but honestly,
Zohran.
that's the only reason why I see this motherfucker's taking this meeting. Is just be like, I'm not afraid of you. I'm willing to.
Yeah, it's a power. It's 100% a
power move. Yeah.
Well, you think Trump was trying to exert power over the mayor of New York City?
Yeah, because he talks.
Mamdani's been pushing back.
But right. I feel like the big Oval Office that he works from every day is all the power he needs over the mayor of New York City.
You're correct. For a normal person, you're correct. But this is Donald Trump. He wants the public opinion to look like he's bigger than Mamdani at this moment because everybody's on Mamdani's dick right now because he won the election. So of course, he's going to want to take that away.
I do think him winning the election has, again, I think that piqued Trump's interest. I would say, though, and this is cruel and crude, but the reality is if he really wanted to, you know, do a measuring contest and be sure that he won, he wouldn't invite him in front of cameras to possibly look like a better leader than him. He would wait till January 2nd when ICE does a full raid of New York City. That's what he would do because Mamdani couldn't stop it. And as much as Mamdani is a charismatic guy,
threatened to take federal funding away, but
that's what I'm saying. So he could easily do it once Mamdani's.
But Donald Trump is more of a popular motherfucker. He wants everybody to like him. He can't have what's his percentage right now? 30% or some shit like that.
Who the hell knows? It's not high.
Well, whatever it is, you're at the point where it's like he sees this new fucking the new kid in high school and everybody's all on his dick and he's like, you know what? Let me bring him to the table and let him know how it really gets down.
We'll see. I think it's far more a curiosity thing than a calculated move. Mostly because I don't believe the president does that many calculated moves.
Yeah, but on his own, you're right. On his own, he ain't. But you guys little fucking.
That's true. Maybe someone else told him and they didn't tell him why. Just said, "Hey, meet with this guy." Okay.
Exactly.
Yep. So we'll see how that all unfolds. This weekend, also on Friday, is the release of the highly anticipated Wicked for Good, right? Wicked for Good. Who's excited for Wicked for Good, Ryan? I know you're excited.
Yeah, not Friday excited, but yeah, I'm gonna go see that.
Right? You know, with our
Ryan already got his tickets for Sunday after church. He's like, already.
No. It'll be sometime probably after Thanksgiving.
right here, and the press tour goes on, the weirdest press tour of all time.
They're so weird. The whole cast is weird.
Look right here, like this. A helicopter flies over them during the
Not the time, helicopter!
for the interviewers.
Go!
Because they can see you. And then we got this. I just love the
chose to do with the role,
commentary on
with the roles was something that I think that should be studied.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Dayton, Ohio.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dayton, Ohio.
Did I say something wrong?
Exactly, but we need to have a serious discussion, everybody,
Okay.
about what's trending. Not only that this is a worst reviewed movie, it's got a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes, the consensus. Taking one last lap down the yellow brick road, Wicked for Good's darker tone and unhurried pacing sometimes gets in the way, but this epic conclusion ultimately brings Elphaba and Glinda's story home in rousing fashion. So that's the
Okay.
main consensus.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the first movie even. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't
First
seen
movie
it.
was phenomenal.
That's what I heard. And it is on Amazon Prime, so maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll make Brett watch it with me.
There you go.
See what happens. But yeah, I've heard good things about the first one. So I don't know, Ryan, you've seen it?
The first one? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
also seen the musical, like when it was just a musical on Broadway. But I
Is it
will
like
say
your favorite?
no,
Okay.
not my favorite musical, but I will say, and I actually said this when I found out they were doing it in 2 parts. I said it on the show, said it to Matt, said it to people that I know in real life. The problem with the musical format is the catchy songs, the memorable like set pieces, they're all in the first act. Like that's a fact of the musical. The second gets a little bit, well, it starts off a little bit serious, stays kind of serious, and then turns into like a big joke at the very end. I won't get into any more details than that because one, I don't know that the movie will do that because the source material does not do that. And two, I don't want to spoil anything. But I did say in terms of the music and like the musical numbers and stuff, with the exception of the song For Good, which is what this one is named after, there's really not a lot of like memorable musical pieces in the second part. Whereas the first part has pretty much all of the songs everybody knows from this musical, with Popular, Defying Gravity, Dancing Through Life, so on. And so that's probably part of it, is people knew more of the first one going in. People who hadn't seen it would already be a little bit kind of familiar with some of the songs. But also, endings are hard. I'm still kind of curious to see how it goes. I know some places are putting them back to back. That you have to be like really into that because that'll be like a 6.5 hour day at the movie theater to watch the two of them back to back. They're very long.
Yeah, New York has that already. New York got that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it's everywhere, but a lot of places are doing a double header back to back for both parts, which would be interesting. And I did say after the first one, I was like, I could have stayed and saw the ending. Again, that was roughly based on me having watched the whole thing before, but the play was shorter than the first movie. Or it's about this. The whole play was about the length of the first act, so it's long.
Do you think they could have done it in one movie?
Probably not. Not the way they
Okay.
did it. No.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not seeing it this weekend. I'll probably try and see it next weekend if we're being honest. Because I do at this point want to see it since I saw the first one in theaters. But
Well, we did get a good amount of information there, but we need to talk about what's actually trending.
yes,
What is wrong with the actors here? They are unhealthily skinny here.
we did this over the last one too.
Exactly. And
first
it's
tour.
continuing. Now we're adding Michelle Yeoh in this, who won an Oscar a couple years ago. Look at her. Now there's more evidence of this. This isn't good, guys.
Yeah.
What's going on? Jose, you see this?
Yeah, I saw it.
This is concerning, man.
So
how is everyone in this specific cast
but
being
it's not,
malnutrition?
it's just the women.
Maybe they got the
too.
same nutritionist. You ever thought of that?
Could be.
Maybe.
But why? They look like they're less than 90 pounds.
I
Well,
think Ariana
just the
Grande
Wizard
might
of-
be.
Yeah, but she may
Actually,
genuinely be
I
less than
think
90
she's
pounds.
below 100 pounds now, actually.
This has to be investigated.
I
Something's
don't know
going
about
on.
that, but
You're okay with this, Ryan? You
I'm
like
not
seeing
okay with
people
it. But what's
not
the
eating?
investigation?
Why are we losing all this weight? What are they putting in the water?
Because
What
she's not
what
eating.
in
If you don't
well,
eat, you
that's
lose
why
weight.
you have. Well, or they could be sick. Maybe they put something. I don't know.
I
God
mean,
forbid.
she has done interviews in the past where she people have commented on how she looks now, and she actually says she feels the healthiest and happiest she's ever felt. So maybe it just doesn't have to do with the movie.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't believe that someone's doing this to them without their consent. I think that whatever they're doing to make themselves this skinny, all three of them are fully aware of it. Um, so I don't think the movie is drugging them, to answer your question. Um, Now there might be pressures for the movie, but I'll be honest, I don't really know what those pressures would be. They started smaller than everybody who was in the roles, or iconic roles originally. None of the guys are doing this. Like Chris Bailey just got voted people's sexiest man. So like and then Ethan Slater, he looks roughly the same as he did when he started. So I don't know. I find it it is weird that it's them, but also they were weird. They are weird. And I think part of the reason this movie's not doing this well is because they're trying to mimic how weird they were the first time. Like the whole holding space thing. That was I think that was genuinely just two weirdos being weird together, and everybody loved it. And now they're doing the thing with the helicopter. Now they're trying to come up with these viral moments of them being kind of freaky, and it's not hitting the same way because it's clearly being forced. But also, I do think they genuinely might be well, we're gonna be small.
Out of touch.
Well, I mean, they're definitely out of touch. They're movie stars, but no, I think that they're making themselves kind of skinny and spindly on purpose to kind of add to their weirdness as they go on this press tour. That's just my thought. I can't prove that, and I'm sure they would deny that, but I do think they're trying to lean into the thing that went viral the first time, which was one, they had lost some weight, maybe just coincidentally, and two, they were super weird about the press tour. And so I think they're trying to up the ante on all of that, and that requires losing more weight and forcing weird situations like we saw in that clip with the helicopter.
Doesn't impress me what they're doing.
I didn't think it would, but I do think that's the idea.
Don't you think they're doing this crazy shit because they just want people to start talking? Because
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's to
fucking
market the
movie
movie.
theaters, movie theaters are doing shit and they're getting bad reviews.
I mean, they got a 70, right? That's not a horrible review.
No, it got 6 out of 10, Ryan. 6 out of 10. It's a D. My
Rotten Tomato was a 71 last I checked.
69.
It's
69 now.
69.
That is a
Oh,
D.
That is a
D.
D.
That's a D.
Yes, Ryan, because we know you're gonna give them the 2 points because you're fucking going to see it. So
I give it
you're
more than 2 points.
You'll be singing all the songs.
I'll give it
everybody.
5.
if you're in the
He's gonna
Washington
be
area,
flying through the air. They're
I'll
gonna
be
have
defying gravity.
Ah,
if you're in
geez.
the Washington area and you're at the movie theater, you see some ginger-looking man fucking in the aisles dancing. That's Ryan.
It's not. That's right. It's not Bach the Tin Man. It's me.
Can you be cool and Wicked?
No,
Sure.
of course not. You need to stop. Of course, Ryan gets the. Oh, come on, Ryan. Come on, really think
People's
about it.
sexiest man alive is in Wicked.
Who
There you
gives a shit? But he's sexy because
People-
He's a gay man.
shit.
Well, I didn't say it was straight. I said you're telling me gay people can't be cool, Matt Brown.
No, I'm not saying
Dang.
that. I'm saying a certain
How is
demographic.
it?
That's
A
not what I
certain
asked.
demographic thinks that's cool. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but not as a whole. I'm saying.
So you're saying that a gay man can't be universally cool?
No,
Listen,
I'm putting you on
I
record.
said theater kids think it's cool that he won. That's what I'm saying.
Well, theater kids didn't vote for it. It was People's Magazine that voted for it. They're not all theater kids.
Well, I mean, you proved that
Actually,
point.
yeah, there's a good chance they are, honestly. Who run
Well, no,
People magazine? You think
they're
that
bare
Sports Illustrated
minimum
who's running?
journalists because that's
Yes,
what they
of
work
a
for, a
certain
magazine.
demographic, but doesn't matter. And if that's what's cool to them, if it's cool to you, then great. That's all that matters. But as a whole, is it cool? Is what I'm
Hell
saying.
I'm
no,
saying
it's
I don't
not.
know how you can make a differentiation. So
Right. Here it goes. Here, you are a married
Jose's
man.
gonna say it. That's what I like about Jose.
You're a married man, so you're gonna enjoy this
Nothing to do with
bullshit,
that.
right? I take a girl there. I am not getting no pussy that night. I'm not gonna get none.
Feels
It's a
like a
I would
stupid
skill
have
ass.
issue.
sex with my significant other if we
Yeah.
saw Wicked.
That's a
It's
skill issue. Sorry, bud.
3 hours of bullshit. No, hell no. It's not.
Well, don't
That's
go too late.
erotic.
Yeah, if you go to a super late
It's
showing,
fucking
now it's like
Well,
1
I'm
in the
not gonna.
morning. I
I'm
get
not
you.
Well,
taking
then
a
you
girl.
went the
Blah,
3
blah, blah.
hours not getting anything and being bored, so you might as well end the night with a bang, literally, and go with
Yeah,
that.
but she's gonna be
So-
too fucking tired. After dinner, you're gonna have dinner at 5 o'clock, and you go to see the 7 o'clock show. By the time you fucking go through the trailers and the fucking commercials and all that bullshit,
10,
add
15.
another 30 minutes to it. You're fucking done. By the time you get your ass home, you're like, this bitch is already knocked the fuck out, and I'm gonna be like, fuck.
If someone really wants to fuck, they'll fuck you after Wicked.
Yeah, again, it feels like a skill
Yeah.
issue, Jose. And in
And
terms
again,
of
I just
whether
want
it's
on the
cool or not,
record too, just in case something is misconstrued or switched up. It's cool to a certain demographic, I'm assuming, but a demographic not as a whole. And we're trying to find the answers what's cool as a whole. And I think this selection will be cool to only a certain number of people.
Yes, the gay
And it's
friendly
not
people.
because
ping
of
pong movie.
and it's not because of
Uh,
the sexual orientation of the man.
Well, no,
good-
that's specifically
Ryan
about
won't-
people.
okay,
That was
Matt
not about
won't-
the movie. That's
Matt
specifically
won't say-
about Chris
Matt won't-
Bailey or whatever his name is.
Jose's gonna say it.
Matt
so.
ain't gonna say it, I'll say it. The only people that think fucking you're watching Wicked is cool is if you're gay friendly, gay, or married. But single guys or people who are dating that likes other things, pussy, ain't gonna think that shit cool, period. So
That's
you're welcome,
insane.
Matt.
I mean, that's what Matt was trying to say. So
But
I thank you.
it's facts. It's literally facts. And you're either the only people that
What
there's not a
movie has?
straight-
I've
you're
already
the
made
only
this. I've
straight
already
man-
put down
you're
the
only
gauntlet.
straight man
already-
that can't
that's not
wait
true.
and got
But
his tickets. For
I
the
don't have
fucking
to.
show.
First of all, this is slander. I don't have to. Second of all, I've already put down this gauntlet. We talked about the fact that no one's going to a goddamned movie at all this year. This is going to be, I think it's going to fall behind Lilo and Stitch, which is the #1 domestic movie right now. So let that be the worst thing you've heard all day. But
Really?
I think this is going to be right behind Lilo and Stitch as the #2 highest grossing domestic film this year. And I don't think it's going to be close. That doesn't mean other movies aren't good. That doesn't mean other movies haven't done a good job telling a story. But when you make that much money, when you have that many people go see it after factually no one's seen anything this year, you have to look at that for what it is. A sense that people are interested in seeing this movie. Why? Because it's frankly more broad. It's got an audience that you could take it as a date night movie, unless you're Jose and you can only, get laid if you're in bed by 9 p.m. But you could take it as a date movie. You could see it with your family. You could see it with friends. It's, again, for women. I obviously I understand there's not a group of straight guys who are going to go see Wicked together. I fully understand that, and I'm not saying they should.
Or Disney
But,
adults.
I mean, it's not Disney, but maybe they'd like it. I don't know. But generally speaking, there's a lot of different groups of people. You could, again, a girls' night movie, a date night movie, a family movie. There's a lot of different, cross sections that would pick this movie over, say, Weapons, Marty Supreme. I don't know, what's another one that failed? Smashing Machine. You know what I mean?
Good work, brother. Okay. I saw this. Who's scared about AI?
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm personally pro AI. I'm sorry. I've turned into, guess what? Bring the AI out. Release the computers. That's been me lately.
I'm with you, Matt, in the same way. Like, get them sex robots ready. You know what I mean? Fuck me and win it.
I mean,
Wow.
if you wanted to do that, sure.
Yeah,
So,
get
question
sex
for you,
robots so I
Jose:
can
If you
You
see
might as well pay
Wicked,
for a hooker.
if you see Wicked with your sex robot, will
Ah,
they still sleep with
no,
you if you get home at 11, or
I
is
feel
that
like
too
if I
late
take
for the
my sex,
robot?
no, I feel like I take my sex robot to Wicked. My sex robot's gonna be malfunctioning and turn gay on me. So no,
Well,
thank you.
gay doesn't mean they can't have sex. But anyway, continue, Matt. Sorry, that
so
was
what's
just an
one of the,
aside.
what's one of the main things people are concerned about that AI will do to our world?
Take away everyone's job,
There you
obviously.
go. All right. So addressing that viral theme right now, we had a 60-minute story over the weekend with the segment was titled "Why Anthropic CEO Dario Amandisi Why Anthropic CEO Dario Amandi spends so much time warning of AI's potential dangers, specifically covering how AI might take white collar jobs away. Piece anchored by Anderson Cooper, profiling that the AI company Anthropic. That would show, but we got one company mad this week, so no copyright risk there. Well, the central theme here is AI is evolving rapidly, not only assisting but replacing tasks in white collar industries. And Amandi warns of significant job and disruption. The segment explores technical, ethical, and economic dimensions, what the AI can do, how fast it's evolving, what it means for work, and what safeguards are being built. So specifically, let's talk about the rapid evolution of AI capabilities. He says, the CEO Amandi, quote, AI will reach that will be smart. AI will reach that it will be smarter than most or all humans in most every single way. And at Anthropic, the model Claude is writing 90% of the code. So there's Siri, Alexa, they have Claude. He's writing 90% of the company's code, not a computer scientist. AI is not just assisting, but completing tasks, including handling customer service, medical research analysis, and code generation. Another thing, job market implications, white collar risk. Amandi warns, and this is in bold in my notes, quote, AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment to 10% to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years. He highlights sectors in entry-level consultation, entry-level lawyers, financial professionals, many of them of the routine service tasks they all perform are already quite good at AI. The pace concern, the disruption may be faster than we've seen in previous technologies. And yeah, bro, a lot of other things going on there, but it's coming. They're really taking all these menial tasks away, then who else is going to create podcasts? Because the AI can't do that yet. But sure, I'm sure if you want to hear a terrible one, but you need the human mind and heart for that one. But for other white collar jobs, data entry, all of that, y'all ready? Y'all nervous, or is it all about blue collar work coming up soon?
Well, so the thing is, it's interesting that most of the code is being developed by an AI because that would be to me, and this is all hypothetical. I don't know anything about actual AI data science. But if AI can write the code to make more AI, that's a problem. I mean, that's like I would say that's 80% of the problem. The last 20% being doing so without being told to do so, which is obviously going to be the hardest bit, and that's the bit that's frankly keeping us from feeling super scared. Is right now a human being has to tell AI to do anything. AI is not doing anything by itself. So as long as that continues, I mean, yeah, we'll all be unemployed, but there'll be some asshole with $1 gazillion who told AI to
Speak
get
for
us
yourself on
unemployed.
the employment point. I think I'm gonna have a job no matter what.
Well,
I'm
you,
good to
you know what
go.
I mean. I'm talking about we, the royal we of America.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my thing is, if an AI is based on like whatever you train it on, especially the ones that do like speech So if you're a lawyer, as an example, things like that, it's trained on what the humans train it on. But if you get rid of all of the humans, then you get no new information to train the AI on. And eventually it all becomes outdated. So until AI can seek its own information, like from not human sources, which I don't know how it would do that, it's very difficult to see how it gets that final stage. But for people who do spend most of their time just typing up emails for their boss, managing schedules, some customer service tasks, some entry
I
level
was
data
just doing
entry.
one today. I was dealing with, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I
Yeah,
was
you're good.
dealing with something, right? And I'm sending emails regarding my issue on this product or the
Hmm.
service, I should say. Ultimately, my question was answered, but it was all AI and it
Yeah,
was very specific and it went like that. And I
yeah.
mean, yeah, sometimes there are things that you need agents to take care of, but
You
again,
can fire half
like
the people because you need half as many agents because AI does the rest.
right. I like I said, I use AI all the time. It's made my life a lot easier. And I
Hmm.
come to realize, man, I use these apps all the time in things to produce this show and then
Hmm.
um help me in other things. I mean, I'm looking at right now on my front. I have ChatGPT, I have Grok, I have Gemini, which is Google's AI. I have this new one, Microsoft Copilot. It also helps me generate images.
Hmm.
Meta AI I use. I'm the problem. But yet I like it, and I do feel for those who genuinely need it. I really do, but I guess it really is a case by case basis, and I understand the concerns. And we talked about this not too long ago on the show. I I said, people warned us about AI in what science fiction novels as early as like the '60s, and they still date it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest
The
though,
Philip K. Dick novel. he
'cause
told he told
he
you
did.
all.
No, he absolutely
And,
did.
and then you know what? We're gonna do it anyways.
But
That's
do you know?
still hilarious. It shouldn't be hilarious, but it is.
But
That's
we
just
didn't.
humans being humans.
But we didn't
Annoying.
cross the Rubicon yet. We didn't do the last part. We have not
Huh.
yet, in a meaningful way, replaced people entirely with AI. We have started integrating AI into jobs because they're clearly testing the water about how much they can do with AI because it's cheaper,
Yeah.
but they haven't done it yet. And if they don't do it, if we decide, based purely on our shared humanity, not to do it, to continue to use it as a tool, but not to use it as a replacement for human beings, then we'll avoid the trap that was talked about in literally dozens upon dozens of science fiction novels.
Hmm.
Now, I would bet against us from doing that because the oligarchy class is never not going to do what's going to make them a lot of money, and they really don't care about 20% unemployment, but they
No, they don't.
should.
What was Great Depression hit? The peak was 30% in the Great Depression.
I'll be honest with you though, the Great Depression happened at a moment where we had just gotten out of a war, like the First World War, and then we had the Roaring
Yeah.
Twenties, and but it was still relatively speaking, it was still a post-war time. Lots of people alive knew about the violence of war. They served in war. They detested violence for that reason.
Then they
We have
did it
not.
anyway a few decades later. Again.
Oh, we did it a couple of years later at
Humans.
that point. But my point is,
Oh, us
at the
humans.
time,
Can't trust us.
the American people were definitely not war hawks. They had just gotten out of a war, despite how poor they were. That is not the case right now. That's what I
The
would
complete
say.
opposite.
The American people have not had any sort of conflict that they personally feel connected to in any meaningful way outside of a few select families who serve in the armed forces repeatedly. And so if you make 30% of the American public unemployed, I mean, we've seen a rise in, what we've seen a rise in since 2025. I would not take that bet if I was an oligarch with an AI company. So that's just my 2 cents.
Man, it is. It's insane. What can I say? What technology? I'm just waiting for the time travel technology to come out now. Or if you see the
I
movie,
don't think that can happen because it would ruin the past.
well, that's why AI will figure it
Well,
out.
no, I don't know. It would ruin the past. It'd make it so it's
I know the
impossible to figure
butterfly
out.
effect.
Well, beyond that, I feel like there's a world where you could go back, and then by going back, you make it so they don't make time travel, and that
remember
means you
the
never
show
went.
Phil of the Future?
I do remember Phil of the
Yeah.
Future.
And their pitch was, well, people went on vacation in the future. You go vacation in time, a different time, in different eras of time.
It's an interesting concept. I like it, and if it was real,
Phil of
I'd
the
do
Future.
it.
I got a Phil the future, man. He's a 21st century man.
That's right. I would definitely do it if I was, but again, it just time travel
Damn,
would
Disney
factually make
songs.
time travel not exist, and by doing that, that would mean the time travel that made time travel not exist would not exist,
Back
and then
to
it
the
would be created a loop.
Future. That's a 40-year-old movie this year.
Yeah, Phil of the Future?
No,
Or
Back
to the Future. But I say Phil of the Future's not 40 years old, but it's old.
We're gonna Phil of the Future, yeah, like mid 2000s probably. What's on the Phil in the 21st century, man? What's another classic Disney Channel song? By the way, Ryan Coogler was on, just random. Ryan Coogler, director of Sinners, Fruitville Station, Black Panther, all of that.
Yeah.
He was doing an interview, and he actually referenced a movie that inspired him. Was a Disney Channel original movie, Luck of the Irish. We're really out here, our generation.
Are you
he actually referred
serious?
that. Swear to God, he referred to that at a
That's
at
the
some
one.
Q&A.
For those of you who do know what that
movie.
one's about,
That's-
I loved that one.
That's the St. Patrick's Day movie.
Right, but it was about basketball.
Yeah.
And when he wins the game, and he thinks he's going to Ireland at the very end. Spoiler alerts in case anyone's curious. He thinks he's going to Ireland, back to Ireland at the end, but it turns out his dad is from Erie, and he goes to Ohio from the lakes of
Big
Erie.
twist.
That was the funny little bit. He thought he was just saying it wrong because he was an American, not an Irish leprechaun, but he was saying it on purpose.
Yeah, dude. And you know what's another funny Disney Channel song? The Cheetah Girls. I don't remember the song, but the lyrics go, "You gotta strut like you mean it."
It's Strut.
Free
That's
your
literally what
mind.
it's called.
Yeah.
With Raven, and I forget the
I
other
remember the
three.
Cinderella one.
I like that one too. That was the OG
I'd rather
one.
rescue myself.
Strut was when they went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
They went all over the place. They were in India
You
at one
wanna
point too,
strut
right?
like you mean it.
Yeah.
Free your mind. Or the not a Disney
Yeah,
Channel original.
I'm not gonna lie. Listening to y'all speak makes me feel like y'all three should go watch Wicked together.
I ain't doing that.
Great
But I'll do Holes, which was
Holes,
not
good
a Disney
movie.
Channel, not a Disney Channel movie, but Holes.
And it's a really good book too. People should read Holes.
Yeah, everybody read it in the 3rd grade except my class for some reason at Cranberry Elementary School.
Who was your teacher?
Miss O'Neill or Bartone, or not Miss O'Neill. Yeah, Miss O'Neill, but I felt like everyone
She was
else
2nd
read
grade,
Holes,
right?
I think. Or when I remember specifically everyone read this Holes, but not my class, and I felt left out.
I don't think I read Holes in school because I was in Miss
you did
O'Neill's
that?
class, which might be part of the reason why. But I read it at
Makes
home.
sense then.
I read it myself.
And this song Holes, that to this day,
Ba-bum.
I put it in a New York City friends with me and Allison, and nobody responded.
Dig it up,
I was hurt.
ba-bum.
I was dancing that.
Matt,
I
you're
was
like
starting in the gym.
one of the most random people I ever met. Like
Yeah,
Brett will
I
be
am.
like, "Yeah, Matt sent me a Instagram reel today and said history," and I'm like, "What?" Like,
Sounds about right.
Jose,
you could study my brain later.
These were not.
Over.
These are not
That
from your
happened.
childhood. You were a teen during all these, right?
I was already graduating high school when that shit came out.
Oh wow, so you were like an adult.
Jose, what year did you graduate high school?
02?
Jesus.
Wow, yeah,
I was
you're right.
I was 6.
Cam Skattabo was born in 2002.
That's
Well.
wild. Hate that. Don't love that statistic.
Tommy right behind him in 03. But yeah, strut. I just remember that. Strut like you mean it. Read your mind.
Like in the original one where they all like the dog is stuck in the construction and they sing to it to make it come out and they're all in their matching sweatsuit sets.
Oh god.
This
So
is not
cringe. So
Disney,
cringe.
but I think about Airbud all the time in 2025.
with the
It was a
I
pudding.
haven't
Disney
seen that in a
movie.
while.
No, because specifically there's a part
It's not a Disney
where
Channel
the coach.
original, a Disney
Oh.
Channel movie, I should say. A Disney movie, not a Disney Channel movie.
Mhm.
Right, yeah. And so Airbud, there's a one in one of the basketball ones, like the first ones, where the coach comes out and screams, "A dog can't play basketball." And then Airbud just drains a three. And I think every time I watch the news and I see people react to the news, I think of that. How there's so many people today saying, "But you can't do that. A dog can't play basketball." And then it instantly happens right after they say it. And I just think about it almost daily. And then the referee checks the rule book and he says, "There's nothing in here about a dog playing basketball." And then I think about that every day. I was like, we got to stop worrying. The rule book doesn't count anymore.
Free your mind. And then obviously the OG, not the OG, but the standard is a High School Musical being a Disney
Well,
Channel
yeah.
movie. Wild.
I think I only saw the first two of those. There's like four, right?
The second one, I think, is the second one the best one?
They're the one
There's
that's
three
they
of
go to
them.
the resort.
Bet
for the
on it,
second
bet
one.
on it.
That's
bet
a
on
good
it.
song.
By the way, I learned Zac Efron didn't sing for the first one. They used a lip syncer, and then he sang for the second one.
Huh. That's interesting.
There's
He's a
some-
good singer. Why didn't they let him sing? I wonder.
Good
Right.
question. Nice. All right. Is there any other ones I'm missing with Disney Channel original movies? Johnny Tsunami.
Oh,
I remember the
mean,
one.
those are alright.
The deep one was The Color of Friendship. That was deep. That was a little too deep for kids right there. Like dealing with genuine race issues.
Phantom of the Megaplex. That's a Halloween.
I
one
love
used
that
to
one.
watch.
Was that the one where
Witches.
he had a random dance off with the kids at the lunch table? He's like, you know how I win this girl's heart? I'm gonna dance on the table. I thought up until, I don't know, between the ages of 8 and 15, I thought that was one way to attract someone. You would have to dance your way to do that, like Step Up or something.
There's a song about that in Wicked, by the way. So I'm just throwing that out.
And there's
Wicked relates to life.
a dance. There's the dance offs. I mean, the Mount Rushmore dance offs includes that and Step Up.
Step Up, yeah.
Why am I blanking? White Chicks is the George
I
Washington.
just watched
on
that the
Rushmore.
other day.
The George Washington of dance offs.
So, the club
in a
scene
movie.
is so iconic.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. Okay. I have to I don't know if this is an AI thing or just the way things are going, but the fact that it was announced that Ford will be selling cars on Amazon was the most insane thing I've heard all week. So Ford, obviously Ford Motor Company's been around since what, 1903? And
Totally like
Who would have
that.
thought
Ridiculous amount of time.
by 2025, I can now get it, not from their website, by the way, from a third party in Amazon. But Ford made a major move in the auto world. They're now selling their certified pre-owned cars directly on Amazon. Shoppers in cities like LA, Seattle, and Dallas can browse Ford's used inventory, locking in financing, handle most of the paperwork online, and then pick up the car at a participating dealership. It's all part of Ford's push into digital retail and Amazon's growing interest in the car buying space. This could reshape how people buy cars, how dealerships operate, and how the entire auto industry moves towards online shopping. The day has come. Online shopping includes car shopping now, everybody.
I mean, listen. From a business perspective, I get it. One of the worst things I've ever done in my life is spend an entire afternoon trying to buy a car. I've done it 3 times now. It's never fun.
Yeah, I've only done it once.
But don't you have to test drive it?
I
don't
was gonna
have
say
to,
I
but-
like to drive it before
Yeah.
I buy it personally, but I understand that not everybody has that need, or like once you do it once, like I don't know that I would necessarily have to test drive the next. I have an HRV right now. I don't know that I would have to test drive the next model HRV unless there was a significant difference in terms of whatever they changed when they made the next model. My thing is, I've actually sold a car on Carvana, and I loved that. That was super cool. That was really easy, and I recommend it.
Yeah, Carvana, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
But I don't know that I would buy a car online. Selling it online like that was, again, super easy. I loved every step of that. I locked in how much I was going to make early, and it was, done. Nice and easy. Got the paperwork finished. But buying it, it's like, I don't know. Especially a used car, you're not seeing it. You're not test driving it. You don't really know the history because you're buying it on Amazon. So, I don't know. That's risky to me.
And that's why it's dealer certified.
Yep.
What the hell does that mean, dealer certified? I've seen dealer certified cars that suck.
Meaning that they have to fix it.
Well, yeah, but then you're not saving any time. You know what I mean?
So you're not doing it to save fucking time. You're doing it because you don't want to feel the fucking peer pressure of fucking doing the work, getting over there, and they're trying to hassle you on the deal. When you say no, they're coming back and trying to press you more with a better deal and constantly do that. Some people don't like doing that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like just to not go in to buy the car and then the car sucks, so you have to go in to get it fixed. You've not really done anything.
What if they give you a lemon too?
But you're not getting. But dealership are not gonna. They have paperwork that states that is like pre-owned leases has no issues and they're still under the warranty. That they guarantee they extend you the warranty. So 9 out of 10, you're pretty much really fine.
No, you're fine financially, but you still got to go bring the car to get fixed.
Yeah, but it beats going to go down and get someone else's bullshit that's not pre-certified. For people that want to use fucking car, they're willing to pay anything.
I don't know. It just feels like you could go to the dealer and get a used car, and you'll know it works because you were there.
Enterprise, or even if you're down bad, you go to a guy by the dock.
Well, that one's tough. That one's tough.
Give him $1,200 and you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, no, that's different. I'm saying I agree with Jose that this is better than that. But I mean, you go to a dealer that sells used cars.
Go to Enterprise. I've had a good time with Enterprise.
I honestly, and they are cheaper too, right? Like because they have a lot.
They're super cheap because them shits are not. Them fucking shit's been ran down.
It depends on which one you get, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They're your fucking rental cars, my dude. Them shits are fucking run 60,000, 70,000 miles on them bitches. Hell no. You only get a few years out. And that's why they're so
for like a
cheap.
beater car, you don't want it to be your only car.
Decisions.
Show me the Carfax.
I'm not going
Show me the Carfax.
I'm not going to Enterprise, give them $7,000 for a car that I'm only going to get a few years.
I would go and give them $4,000.
Not if you get a Toyota, you'll be set.
Yeah.
Or a Honda.
Or a Volkswagen. I miss
those Volkswagens fall apart.
I miss my Volkswagen so bad.
You might miss it, but that's because it fell apart, isn't it?
No. Sad.
Well, anyway, they fall apart.
Listen, guys, did we normalize not having class in this world and dignity? This isn't regular. This will lead to something.
I don't know that we normalized it. It certainly is normal now, though, isn't it? Or common.
We haven't normalized it, but it's normal.
It's common. I think people still theoretically want to be classy, but it is pretty common to not be classy.
Let me show you guys something. In the last clip for here, and what's not that. Our guys, I'm 6'7", played him before. There is a viral clip going around.
Does he know about the 6'7" thing?
6'7"? Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, we've been putting him on way before them.
No, I know, but I wonder if he's going to change his name now. Anyway, sorry, continue.
There is a clip. This is a funeral. Someone passed away. Rest in peace there, and condolences. But there is a clip of a funeral of a woman twerking in front of the casket. In an open casket. Right here.
Do we know who the woman was?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, right. This is her while he's dead, and somebody's having the worst day of their life. And this is how she's celebrating his memory.
I hope my girl tweets on that class.
Give it to him, baby. Go, girl. Now do it quick. Do it quick. There you go.
unless
Listen,
that was like his wife or something, and that was his dying wish. Well, like whatever, like that's what he wanted to happen. Then like maybe.
if someone wants to do extra research on that to make it clear, they can. But the idea of, listen, I'm all about having a good time and celebrating culture, but that's a funeral.
You guys are fucking funny as fuck.
You want to, Jose?
I haven't said anything yet, Jose. You're calling me funny. What do you want to
My
say,
God.
Jose?
You guys realize you guys go to these fucking wakes and these bullshits, right? And by you say you fucking crying like a motherfucker. I'm so sad. Then you go have dinner, right? You go eat.
That's
Everybody
right.
eats together.
And eat
right,
after.
right after dinner, you forget. Right after dinner, you forget the motherfucker, and your life goes on. So fuck it. Let me get twerked on while I'm dead. All right.
Should have twerked on my ex's casket. I guess I missed my opportunity.
So I was actually
we're
gonna say
actually entertaining this now.
I was gonna say
about
something.
it. Now we're starting to think. Okay, you know what? Twerk on me when I'm freaking. What the fuck?
When I go to dinner tomorrow night, I'm actually gonna twerk on the waiter when they bring me my
the
food.
waiter doesn't know you.
He's alive.
That's okay.
No, they're very different. This is how we argue. Now, this is what society has normalized. Straw man arguments repeatedly. No, we obviously don't know who that woman was. If she's a stranger who walked in there and started twerking, that's insane.
By the way, she's not dressed for the funeral either. Wearing a Kansas City t-shirt,
correct,
and leggings.
There's a lot of questions that I have about that video.
I mean, I think whoever was, I don't even want to. What is this? The MC of the funeral?
Well, that again, yes. Who was the woman encouraging it? Was it the person's mother? Was it the person's wife? What's going on? There's too many variables we don't know.
Right? Could you do a quick research on that? I'd love you to break the news if you could just like.
I mean, I'll take a look.
If there's an AI search for that.
Let me see here. All right, I'll do that while you guys talk, and then I'll come back to my point.
But we know. So, Jose, are you declaring now here on this? The 21st of November, 2025.
Yeah, who the
when
fuck
it's all said and done.
Who the fuck are we to judge how they cope? Fuck, the bitch wants to twerk, and that's her way of fucking crying it out. Fuck it.
I'm asking you though. Are you declaring now? Is that what you want to happen when
you pass
a
away?
very, very long time from now? Would you like that?
Real honestly, I just want you can cremate me and spread my ashes at a strip club on a fucking dangerous pole for a lot of good shit.
I mean, that's a little bit more understandable in terms of putting your ashes where you want, but the twerking.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind if you want to twerk
open
on
casket
my dead body.
What?
Yeah, the fact the casket was open too, I was like, he's just peeking over, like. Oh.
What are we doing? This wasn't on 6 feet under.
If they see something standing up to attention, maybe I'm still alive. Maybe they free my ass. Who knows?
Again, like I said, this wasn't on 6 feet under. My God, we're really doing viral
You wouldn't
clips.
You wouldn't want someone to twerk on you, Matt, if you passed.
Not when I'm dead.
Fuck. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real honest.
Unless it's all the people I've wanted to in my life and it didn't work out and they come out somehow come back.
You want to know something funny?
I really hope there's a wife there to defend my honor for anybody who's gonna twerk.
And she could do the twerking.
If I make it to your funeral, Matt, I already know your family's gonna be all in front. And then I'm gonna see Ryan all the way in the corner crying like a little bitch.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know what? We need to spice things up and get some twerking up in this motherfucker.
I don't mind a celebration. I really don't.
Film it. You can twerk, Jose.
But
that's
the twerking on it.
I'll put a nice G-string right for Matt. Twerk the shit.
What are we doing?
I'll get all the angles.
There you go. Make sure you get the angle where Ryan's crying in the corner and shit. That'd be amazing.
This is not. So I'm not seeing a ton of info.
It was lowly reported, huh?
That's not true. It's reported, but nobody has any details. The family has not commented.
Yeah, let's be real honest. If it was a stranger coming in there, that show would have been all over the fucking place. Someone's like stranger comes in the funeral parlor, twerks on dead body.
So there's also a separate one where at a funeral, it was a closed casket. They had a full-size cutout of the deceased man, and the deceased man's widow twerked on the cutout, which was leaning against the casket. So there's two stories of this. So they're a little different, but there's two stories. So we don't know who these people are.
It's been a while since somebody twerked on.
But
live.
I would say that one, at least my family like funerals do typically involve heavy drinking afterward. So I think that's Irish Catholic, the same as twerking.
What?
But but in all seriousness, funerals are for the living more than the dead. The dead is dead.
Right.
So everybody involved seemed okay with it. I don't know why. I wouldn't have been okay with it. I'd have been
We
like,
know
that's
that.
weird. Why are we doing that? Not even like mad. I just been like, that's weird. Why are you doing that? But everyone in the video seemed fine. So I don't she did get barred from the funeral home, I will say. I do find that.
That's
Funeral
great.
home has decided not to let the woman return, presumably
Good
if there's
job,
another
funeral
funeral. But I'm just like, no, if the family hasn't come out and said this was uncalled for and we are outraged that this happened, then they're clearly were okay with it. I mean, I to put it bluntly, if it was my family and I wasn't okay with it, I would have very loudly declared I wasn't okay with it. I probably would have removed the person from the funeral home myself. So the fact that it was allowed to happen means the family, they're the ones who have to move on without their beloved one who has passed on. So I don't want to be too down on people grieving and celebrating life and finding closure, but it's weird, very weird to do it that way.
Yeah, not for me. Exactly. All right. Well, we can switch it up from there. This week, from presidents hooking up with each other to people twerking on each other during the funeral.
That's why I forgot we covered Bubba.
Crazy stuff. Let's do a question of the day. All right, I'm really excited for this. So let me ask you all a question. Can you name an album? You can name multiple albums if you want to, but can you name an album where you can listen to every song from beginning to end and not have the urge to skip a song? First thing for me is Childish Gambino's Because of the Internet. I love that album. That reminds me of college. I go through every single track of that one and I enjoy it. I'm going to listen to it when we're done recording.
I'm going to say hot take, no.
Really? There's certain albums you're even like, I'm done.
There's not a single album where I'm like, all 8 to 12 of these songs are phenomenal. Listen all the way through. I mean, obviously, the first time an album comes out, you listen all the way through because you need to know what the songs are. But there's never once been an album where I'm like, I would listen to every song on this album when it came out, when it comes on, rather. No, no one bats 1,000 ever. Humans are imperfect. There's at least one song on there that's kind of a dud.
Is there an album that's close to perfect for you?
I'd have to think about that a little bit more, but probably.
Interesting. Surprising answer from Ryan, but all right.
I'm going the Taylor Swift route, Folklore.
Hey.
No way. You picked Taylor, huh?
Of course.
Is there any another non-Taylor though albums that you can go from start to finish?
Like, what is that Drake album? Take Care.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that album.
It's a very college one for me.
See if
I've asked about you and they told me things that my mind
Great
can't
song,
explain.
yeah.
It.
Very good.
I'm pretty sure this is the album.
What about you, Jose?
Sure.
Anything Bad Bunny, pretty much.
Just Eddie Bad Bunny. So you could just do the whole Bad Bunny discography.
Pretty much.
I got another question of the day now, right?
So I was to answer your question, Matt. I would say, and it is this album. It's 10, Pearl Jam. Almost perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that
album. That's a very good one. I get you get that. I've always been an album person. I always like listening to albums start to finish.
I would have thought Matt would have picked something. I mean, Ryan would have picked something like from the like anything from the choir church You can just run through it.
What are you talking about? You just make
Like,
shit up.
Choir church
Christian.
album, like a Christian church album. You know,
Like
you
Switchfoot.
like, yes, not or like fucking what's that fucking Christians everybody goes crazy for,
Creed?
Matt? I mean Ryan.
The Goo Goo Dolls?
No,
I don't know. I
what's
don't
that?
listen to Christian music.
They were on
Hillsong,
Tiny Desk this
Hillsong
week.
They were
something.
recently. I saw them.
That's pretty much MTV Unplugged now. Somebody pointed.
Yeah, I
that
know.
out.
Like Ryan probably listens to something like I believe in Jesus.
I don't listen
Are
to
you talking
worship
about the
music.
people that sing that song Oceans, Jose? That's
Yeah,
like a 10-minute
there
song.
you go. The one Ryan's in the fan club for. Yeah, that group.
I don't
You
know
see-
their name.
There's
but
something Hillsong. There's something Hillsong. I know that.
The only true Christian song I know I can recite from church is "Awesome God." That's the one I
Awesome
remember.
God. That's literally
Our
what it's called.
God is an awesome
Oh.
God. He reigns from
I've
heaven.
never
and
heard
earth
that.
and
All
earth.
right.
You know, I guess
I've never heard
remember-
of church album, Jose, so that's what I mean.
the
I don't
church
know.
album.
What is the name of that artist? That's gonna bother the frick out
The
of me.
group, the Hillsong.
Is that what they're called?
I'll tell you right
You
now.
want to know some Christian
It's like
songs?
a
I will
12-minute
say
song. That's so long.
Yes.
there's some Christian.
Oh.
I'll say there's the show Godspell that has a lot of Christian themed music numbers that are awesome as fuck.
God. Yeah. Gospel's a good show. Jesus Christ Superstar, not all that Catholic, not all that Christian, but that's pretty good too.
That's a really good one.
The group is called Hillsong United.
When will thou save the people?
Yeah, that
Oh
sounds like
God, oh
long.
mercy, when. I forgot the lyrics after that.
But yeah, no, I don't know who these hill
Save
people
the
are.
people.
Matt, I have never heard that Awesome God song.
Really?
Wait,
Haven't?
In church, ever.
Really?
No.
I grew up Catholic. I don't know if
What?
that's
Yeah,
a
what
Catholic
denomination did you grow up worshiping in?
Lutheran.
Okay.
I thought all the churches were the same, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not.
No, me too. That's why I was like, I've never heard that. Like,
Yeah, no, they're
ever.
very different. Even, I mean, they're different within the same denomination a lot of the time, but
Wow.
Like I know that one where it talks about like the first and second like book and it like names all the disciples. Where it's like Matthew,
didn't do
Mark,
that.
Luke, and John.
we didn't do
And it
that
talks about okay. See, so I guess not. Maybe
You
not.
know, before Kanye went crazy, he really did have some awesome Christian rap songs, or at least
Yeah.
God.
He's very religious. He's also insane and maybe a Nazi.
I just love what's the song I love? Vibe. Oh shit. The Christian song that I'm looking it up right now from that Christian album he did, Jesus is King. Water. I love that song Water. I'm like, I wish they would play this in my church. I would have gone more often.
Good luck, Pat.
It's like Jesus flow through us. Jesus heal the bruises. Jesus clean the music. Jesus please help. Jesus please heal. Jesus please forgive. Please Jesus please reveal. Jesus gives us strength. Jesus makes us well. Jesus helps us live. Jesus gives us wealth. Jesus is our safe. Jesus is our rock. Jesus gives us grace. Jesus keep us safe.
Wow.
Oh my god. But yeah, Godspell's awesome, man. I love the On the Willows there. That'd be something I would have sang in church, or
or that
Always Like
one
beautiful,
what is
beautiful
that
city,
one
or
album?
We Beseech Thee, the nice
We
quirky
Beseech
one.
Thee is a good one, yeah.
You know, I do love musical theater, but I can't stand Wicked. But that's just me.
That's wild. That's wild. I loved musical theater, except for that one really popular musical theater show.
I like the Book of Mormon more, which that should be made into a movie.
I heard that was good.
I think it would make
Or
a great
Hamilton.
movie.
You know, right now, Ryan, are you watching the Kensburns
I'm not,
Revolutionary?
but I kind of want to.
Brilliant.
I've been seeing a lot about it.
What were you saying, Jose?
in the news.
I love the Book of Mormon.
I think it would make a great movie as well. I agree with Matt. They should make a movie.
So I think next year Kendrick Lamar's releasing a movie with Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Now I won't lie to you. Book of Mormon starring Kendrick Lamar, not how I would go, but we'll see.
Oh, it's completely different idea, so we'll see where that
No,
goes.
I know I was just joking, but also that would
It's
be a little
gonna
bit
be like
different.
it's gonna be like the one version of Romeo and Juliet they showed us in high school.
That's
where
the
like
best version of
they
Romeo and
rap
Juliet.
with the Leonardo DiCaprio or whoever.
Best version of that
Oh
ever.
yeah.
It goes the Globe Theater.
Dun dun.
That version.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's
So
number 2.
they'll make the Book of
It was
Mormon with
very
Kendrick,
violent.
and it'll
I
just
think
be all rap.
I think him and
Mercutio, I don't even remember the actor's name. Psh, dude, I loved that performance. I was a
Very
theater
violent
kid too.
movie.
I was like, this is awesome. I loved that.
Right.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. And I was all up in that way back when. So, another question of the day, maybe more of a statement of the day. I was thinking this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are some people in your lives, there is there is that saying, not to quote Kanye again, but people in your life are seasons and everything happens for a
Mm-hmm.
reason. There are people, and I really hope everyone, especially now on the PCP team, this never happens, that they will always stay in touch one way or the other as we grow this brand. But they're really people. Here's the question. Isn't it crazy how there could be people who you interact with almost every day for like a year or 2 years and then they're just gone? I was thinking about that the other day. Like you might have even thought the time when you're hanging out with them, and this could be excluding relationships. Obviously, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
But specifically platonic relationships, whether boys or girls, but the fact that, wow, I like talk to you every day. Now we went our separate ways. I was just like, wow, that's just life.
Yeah.
It really be like that.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it happens.
And this is a reaction that I saw they got married and didn't invite me. I don't blame them. I haven't talked to them in years, but it would have been nice. Acknowledge me. But that's where I got the idea to bring this up.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's happened to me a few times. I know I can, think back to a few specific people who that would describe, I think, pretty well. Um, and yeah, it is though, like the seasons analogy is not incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Seasons, I mean, I don't know if Kanye meant by TV or like weather,
I think
but
he meant weather, but yeah.
I think he did
As I
too.
heard
But
him
you could,
say.
but you could even think of it as like TV. Like if you're in a TV show, the cast isn't always exactly the same. Some people come back, some people get added, some people leave the show. Now obviously that makes everything centered around you, and the world is not centered around you. But
yeah, exactly. I know what
roughly
you're saying.
speaking, you know what I mean?
Your
Sometimes,
recurring characters,
right, sometimes your co-star has to change.
like
But
with the Sex and the City crew with
Sex and the
Aiden.
City,
There's
yeah.
the Aiden. There's the from the Aidens to the
The
McDougalls.
Bigs to the Petrowskis to all the crazies.
But yeah, you do have a part, or the Sopranos, anybody, Ralph Cifaretto for something like that. But I mean, it's just bizarre. It's insane.
Ralphie is the worst. Sorry. We'll get into that in a future episode.
Yeah, I just like. Or is there anyone you're thinking like, man, I would love to get back in touch with that person when I brought that up? No, it's very firm. Okay,
The answer's
no
not
problem.
no.
No.
But it's also not like, because hey, anyone can pick up the phone, right? Realistically,
true. And
everyone's got social media.
At the same time, phone works both ways.
That's right. And so, yeah, there are times where I
Connected
think
for
about
Myers.
certain people who I'm not in touch with anymore, and I'm like, I wonder what they're up to. But I've never once been compelled to message.
True. Yeah.
And again,
That's
if
true.
they messaged me, I wouldn't be like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. But I'd like to imagine that they're having the same thought where they are thinking,
right.
I wonder what Ryan is doing.
And they're thinking the same time when I'm
and
thinking,
they're
wonder
like,
this
maybe
is
I
doing.
should message him. And then they say, I don't really, it's not really for me. Like, if they want to reach out, they can. And honestly, it's horrible because that's how you lose connections when both people are like, I would talk to you, but I just don't want to do it right now. And
or
so,
like when you see a stranger that like I could have a convo, I haven't seen you in years. Like if you're on the train or something, oh, I know that person. I have the ability / it would make sense if I went up like, hey, it's me. How you been? But then
I try and talk
choose
to
not
people if I see them in person and I know them.
Sometimes, only if I like them enough. Like there's this guy
Yeah,
I saw
I was
at the
gonna
gym.
say I'm not gonna go out of my way if like I can't either stand the person or they're just not in my life.
I'm not
anymore
going to
for some
interrupt
reason.
to somebody. If someone I know
Yeah,
is
like I saw
talking to someone else,
somebody
I'm not interrupting
I
them.
was briefly talking to on the train, and I put my head down when they were walking by me.
No, I wouldn't do that. If they saw me, I'd be like, "What's up?" You know what I
like
mean?
the worst they could do is how's it going, but I
Right.
just
If I
you're
see
right.
anyone from my if I see anyone from my hometown in New York City, head down, sprinting the opposite direction. I don't care if the train's going uptown and I gotta go downtown. We going.
No, I don't do. I don't do
Yeah,
that.
like
I don't have that. I don't have
there
that.
is it's who I choose to say, hey, what's going on? So
There are
I
people
just
I'm not
love
even
that.
particularly close with that if I see, I'll say hello to.
Yeah, you'll put your head down.
No, I don't like.
See
Again, I don't like to put
Jose.
my head down. Well, no, Jose, I would obviously say hello to.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
It
that's
would be
bizarre. There's just two
real
stories
honest
that
with you,
stick.
Matt, Ryan, I'd probably be on the other. If we're in man and train, I'd probably get off the train stop.
Oh, really? You're scared?
The
It's like, this
two
weirdo wants to take me to church. I'm all right.
You should come to my church, Jose.
Hey,
You'd
Oh,
be shocked.
I'll probably be burning in hell.
yo.
Your church gonna be on fire.
There's two stories that came up. I was thinking, number one, there's this guy I was pretty close with in high school. Then we went our separate ways in college. I don't remember the last time I saw him, but I can always expect a happy birthday text from them every single year. I haven't missed once, and I do the same for them. I have to remember it from Facebook, but when I see it and remember, I will always do
Kind of
it.
curious who that is offline.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Only another day. But that is true. I will share that later. Just not tonight. You can even ask me tomorrow. But there's that, and then there's this guy. I'll say there's this guy I hung out with because both our mutual friend ducked us both right in our friend group. Right, he went from Pittsburgh. This is how it worked out. He went from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he moved to New York City to live with this guy. No, Westchester County to live with this guy, and this guy disappeared after being accused of something horrible. I haven't seen him. No, he disappeared. He reached out to me on 2 separate occasions. I talked to him, but whatever. But he was just kind of there. I was like, hey, why don't you? Well, we can hang out. And then COVID hit, and I spent so much time with him in the COVID lockdown. Right? He lived in Yonkers, right? When I was in CT. Go visit, and we hung out all the time for a year, right? Then I hear he gets in trouble for something and he's on the run again. So
Oh,
it was
no.
it was like a Saul Goodman type of situation. Like I spent my whole year and he was good. He was a damn good salesman. I'll say that, right? And it looked like he was really about to get on his feet for
And then he messed it up.
well, the stuff that he I didn't realize he ran away from home because he was in a jurisdiction that was looking for him. If you net what I'm saying.
I do, and I think I know who this is, but
And then he went back there. Haven't heard from him since. But I was thinking, when I think about COVID, that specific, especially the year 2020, I was like, man, I spent a lot of time with you in this historic year. But he's a good guy. I wish him well. I hope to see him again. And he's one of there's like 5 unreleased interviews due to various reasons why I couldn't be, and he's one of them. So, but this only was because I didn't realize if you do Zoom in the same room, you're all gonna
sounds all echoey.
Echo, but that's why we learned back then. But there's that, and yeah, those are my 2 stories there. But it is what it is, right? So let's now end this with our nuclear opinions of the day. Finish off the week strong. Who wants to give me their nuclear opinion?
I always go first. Someone else should go first. But I can if you need me to.
I'd like Allison to go first.
Honestly, guys, do not have one. I need to think for like 2 seconds.
I got one.
All right, here,
Advent
Jose.
goes first.
Advent calendars. Y'all fucking marketing motherfuckers. Try to sell me on $120 fucking calendar and give me fucking free samples.
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to impress somebody with that bullshit.
24 free samples. Thank you very much.
24 or 12. I seen one in Macy's that give you 12. And
Is it
it's
like a
100
12 days of Christmas deal?
Yeah, fuck, I need to buy 2 of them shits to make it 24. Like, them motherfuckers are fucking raping me. So fuck anybody company that be making them fucking cheap ass fucking calendars. I'm done.
I do think they're a bit of a cash grab. I won't lie to you. When I was growing up, not to get the religion thing, but you get just one with the advent calendar didn't even have any prizes. You just moved a little thing over the days.
You didn't do like the chocolate ones?
Nope.
Listen, we don't.
My mom buys them every year. You do. It's
I'm not.
25 days.
Nope.
I
It
get
was
what
an
you're
advent
saying.
calendar. It was just marked Christmas. That's it.
Wow.
No
Who wants
prize.
And you would have a
stale?
different shaped chocolate every single day.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
but who
Yeah.
wants stale chocolate on the 12th day or the 24th day? You know that chocolate's fucking stale as fuck. I'm like,
No,
fuck.
it's not. It's like shut in a plastic, like it's like shut in a thing.
Could
Down,
be stale.
yeah, exactly. We don't know how long they took to package that shit. It ain't fresh.
Now, listen. I, I, uh, I do like the idea of the chocolate. As someone who didn't, but it's definitely not worth $120.
What advent calendars are y'all buying?
I'm not buying any, but
My mom just gets us the ones that are like $2 or $3. Like,
well, yeah, the cheapo ones. But Jose
yeah.
got one from a branded store, didn't you, Jose?
Oh, like Dior or something. They sell them for
No,
so
I got
expensive.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got no Dior don't do them anymore. I was gonna get Dior.
It's
I
like
was looking.
$1,000, not worth it.
Armani has one, and I got Armani for 350.
That's insane.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because
No
there's a
way to
font.
make that worth $350.
Well, it's supposed to be fucking value of the box is supposed to be like $600. So I'm
Well, yeah,
like,
of course, that's what they said.
yeah. In my, I was like, well, I know they're gonna fuck me over, so fuck it. Might as well. It's
Well,
not like I'm gonna go. I refuse to go fucking Amazon and get some fucking cheap box or some
They
shit.
said for girls they said that the Amazon Find one for the makeup and skincare, it's like $20 and they said it's like the best one. It's better than the Dior, it's better than all of the ones. Like for $20, like you get way more than your money's worth.
Well, I'm not sure. There was one Amazon one I saw, but it was sold out on
probably that
Amazon.
one.
It probably maybe it didn't show a price or anything. It just said it was sold out.
Or Sephora does one too, I think.
Sephora does one. Sephora does one through Kohl's, but that's cheapy choppy. Ulta does one through Target. Ulta has one. Like I fucking was doing research like
Is
a
that how that
motherfucker.
works? Sephora's, Kohl's, and Target as Ultra?
There's Ulta.
Ulta. I
Probably.
think they have a
I
partnership.
thought
yeah.
I thought it was Ultra
Well,
this whole
It's
time.
Ulta.
no,
Oh,
Ulta.
no,
Ulta,
Ulta.
Trust me.
really?
No,
I swear to
Trust me.
God,
Beauty,
I thought it was
yeah.
Ultra. I thought it was Ultra Beauty. I
No,
swear to God.
that's what I thought too. I
No, it's
thought the same
Ulta.
bullshit. When they were like Ulta, I'm like, what? No, y'all motherfucker can't read. It's Ultra. And then I looked at it again. I'm like,
No
fuck
R.
it is. So yeah, so they have a partnership with Target, but their partnership is about to end at the end of the year. So
Oh.
they're not gonna be with Target no more.
Interesting. My nuclear opinion: Kelly Rowland, low-key, was always the best in Destiny's Child. Not Beyonce.
Yes,
Kelly
I
Rowland.
fucking agree. I
Ooh.
thought she was way hotter. Thank you.
That is
I meant on
really
a
that's a
talent. I meant on
strong
a
claim.
talent standpoint too, but obviously she was drop dead gorgeous.
She is really good though.
Low
but her-
key, there's
that's
a
a tough
world
one because
where
I like Beyonce. but
they switched and Kelly became the breakout star.
I mean, yeah, probably, but
She did
also
have a chance. She had
she
that song
did.
with Nelly, and then but she never capitalized on it.
Also, Kelly Rowland fans, if you didn't know, one of the I think the third season of The Masked Singer she was on. I won't tell you which one's her. Give it a listen. She's quite good. Um, but yeah, no, she's very good. I do agree with that. I don't know if I would say better than Beyonce, but she's very good. That's not like a crazy, outrageous take, you know? And I mean, I guess my opinion. If someone disagrees, then go ahead. Okay, I'll do mine.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh,
say I can go or you can go. I don't care.
I got mine. So, when's the last time you all flew in an airplane? I know mine have been very airplane based, but this is my last one, I promise.
July.
Okay, what about you, Jose?
I don't
What was that?
remember.
What was the
A
question?
year?
The last time you flew on an airplane?
Last year? Last
So,
November?
okay, so it's been within a year for everybody, right? So if you were listing the problems with air travel, like the top two, what would you list?
The top two problems.
Yeah, the things you dislike about traveling in an airplane
Um,
or air travel, or not even just in the plane, doing the whole bit.
I mean, like, I personally think like the seating is like way too close together. Like, I get
Hmm.
they have to do it that way because of spacing, but like, I just feel like sometimes, like,
Hmm.
yeah, I just think that. And probably I don't know the bathroom.
Okay, what about you, Jose? Anything?
And I don't have anything because I usually do first class, so I'm pretty good
But
in
so you
those.
just love it. You love flying.
Okay.
Well,
I like flying too, but
I'm Delta. I'm under Delta, so I stay in the. I stay to myself in the Delta
That's what I'm saying.
lounge,
You have
and
no
then
negative. Every part of a flight's good for you.
yeah,
If
because
so, I mean, that's
I'm
great.
first one on the plane. I'm the last. I'm in the first one off the plane. I
I
only
mean,
have
hey, tell
one
you what,
person
that's
next to
awesome.
me and
That's
extra
not most
space.
people.
Well,
Most
Jose,
yeah,
people
I
can I
hate
mean,
use
I
flying.
your
pay.
flyer mile number the next time I go? I could have used it just for
So
For the
December.
here's where it goes nuclear.
For me, by the way,
Oh yes,
the
sorry,
biggest
go ahead.
problem is affordability. It's way too
Yes,
expensive to fly.
yes. So
Is it really?
here,
I usually pay for. Usually my flights are free.
well, yeah, but you
Oh,
Again,
have the
Jose,
membership.
not
he has a
everybody's you.
flight genie.
Oh,
I thought
oh,
you meant specifically the plane. I didn't know you meant like cost or
No, the
anything. I'm
whole thing, the
sorry.
whole thing, from
Okay.
buying the ticket, getting to the airport
I'm over like,
security.
yeah.
They gotta
Oh,
give more snacks, and then I'm afraid I'm get my elbow to
see, I
elbow and
never
stuff.
have that issue with first class. They usually give
I
me
well, we
plenty of
know, Jose.
Oh,
That's
snacks.
what
geez,
we're saying.
Jose,
We're good.
Yeah.
what
That's
issues
good.
are there in first class?
Jose,
Oh,
does someone
I'm
like
getting
eat your
too
ass
much.
while you're on first
I'm
class
yeah.
too, or
I've
I'm
what?
got
getting
too
too.
much space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you
Jose.
give me a few more inches, but I'm pretty good. I see
The
what the
flight
y'all
attendants
people.
are twerking on Jose in his first
Yeah,
Oh
class
yeah, that's what
I
they
row
see
do.
that.
section.
And anyway, here's where it goes nuclear, though. So they did a sit-down interview after all this nonsense that's been happening with the airports that I've been stuck in the middle of, as we all know. For the past several weeks, I've had to go on more airplanes than I've had to go on in a year, and all of the flights have been ridiculous
When's your
for one
next
reason
one,
or another.
Ryan? Next
Uh,
week?
no, I'm not flying. I'm driving home next week, so that's good. But
No, I'm saying in general. Do you have any flights or booked or?
3
no, my last one
weeks.
was this past weekend. We're good till January now.
But the
Um,
shutdown's
So
done,
that's not
right?
even that
So it's
far.
fine.
yeah, shutdown is done. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good.
But this is not all shutdown related. Anyway, so they're talking to the guy in charge of airports, Duffy. His name is Duffy. Um,
Duffy.
and he did an interview, and they asked him the same question I asked you. What are the things that people most dislike about flying? What are the things that everyone hates about air travel that that you can do to make it better? And you know what he said with a full on straight face? He said it. He
So
said
it's gonna
that
be
we
something
need,
stupid.
yeah, he said that we need to dress up to fly again like we used to back in the 50s and 60s. That was it. He is in charge of our nation's
How old is he?
airplanes. Not old.
Fucking idiot.
He's in charge of the airplanes, and the only thing he could think of to make air travel better for people is that we all had to dress up nicer when we got on the airplane. That's it.
That's that Jose first class energy right
That
there.
is it. That is the only plan he had. That, and he said we have to be nicer to each other, which I'm never against being nicer to each other. But I also am not, even me, even Ryan, Pope Ryan knows that that's not the main problem with the air travel right now, is how nice people are. It's because we're crammed in like sardines
Yeah.
with absolutely no amenities for a ticket that cost 4 times what it would have cost 5 years
What
ago.
the fuck is that? How much is a flight fee?
Now it just came about. I'll have to send you guys the video. You actually do not have to have a passport or a driver's license to fly.
I mean, they still check my license to get through
Well,
TSA.
it's like coming
Even
up
with the
out,
real
but
ID?
basically, like the real ID that like Trump wanted to like make a big thing, like however a year or two
Yeah, I have a
ago,
real ID.
whatever.
That's been around a long time.
I had
Well,
a real
whatever.
ID first. I had my
But
sister
No, but that's
recently.
just.
He really wanted it. But yeah, there was a video. I thought I sent it to Matt, but they said you don't have to have a passport or an ID to fly. You
No,
can basically just be in a
that's
different line and pay a
that's wrong.
fee.
I know what you're talking about. That's wrong. So the ordeal is if you don't have an ID or your passport with you, you can sign for. You have to get pre-approved, and it's only good for 18 days, and it's like $40.
So if your trip is like 20 days, you can't get back.
So like if you need to prove. You need to show them all these ideas to give you an out that whatever reason you don't have this and it's only good for 18 days. And it allows you for that and that's it to get on the flight and get off.
Mm.
And
Interesting. I
it's for
didn't know that, but yeah, that is different than that because they still ask.
It's not official. It's that is what is going under is for people that don't have lost their passport
Gotcha.
or lost their ID while traveling, so they don't got to deal with the bullshit. But it still has to be approved upon. But that I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So that's how
I didn't know that. But anyway, and depending on the airport, sometimes you got to take your shoes off, your belt off. Sometimes you can't wear a hoodie.
You got what the hell? You got a TSA pre-check?
Well, no, I'm
in
saying
New York,
for us normal people, Jose.
Yeah.
Well, it could be for everybody.
For us normal people who don't travel enough to buy these things. What I'm saying is, my point is, there's so many parts of the average air travel experience that suck. And then by the time you get on the plane, get all squished up next to your neighbor, everybody's smelly.
Oh.
Then you taxi for 45 minutes before you take off. So you board the plane, you wait almost an hour on the ground, just kind of putting around, and then you take off.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. And he didn't think any of that was a problem. That none of that crossed his mind. The man in charge of airplanes.
Greenwich?
Had no thought of that. He was thinking, what if we all wore suits while we all sat on top of each other's laps? Waiting on the tarmac for 45 minutes to take off. That was his big idea. And that's insane. And frankly, I don't say this enough, but they should remove that person, okay?
Yeah.
I don't like when people get fired for being bad at their job, because a lot of people are bad at their job and don't get fired, but he's got to go. If that's the best idea you've got heading into the busiest travel season of the year, we're gonna need some more firepower on the airport division, and he doesn't have it. All right, he's lacking in the capacity to do this. So that's my rant. And if you agree with this idiot that civility and decorum are the only issues with air travel, please stay home because I'm not going to give you either.
I'm wearing my sweats. I don't care.
Powerful. Also, look at Jelly Roll without his beard.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Wow. Good for him.
I don't like the beard.
You lost a lot of weight, huh?
He lost a lot of weight
That's
with
right.
the beard, too. I think he
Oh,
could have
yeah.
kept it.
All right, Allison, Jose, and Ryan, great work as always. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. We'll see you next week with the short but incredible week of content. Check us out on Monday, week 12 of the NFL. We have a productive conversation on week 12 of the NFL, week 13 of college football, and another tweetcap to recap what's going on this weekend. Make it a good one, a safe one, and a beautiful one. See you soon.
Later.
See ya.